by Drago. Sprinkle goes to his bench. Xzavierro on the court. Patrick McMahon on the court. Blackshirt. Picked off. Caleb Fuller, but gathered back in by McLaughlin. 6 on the shot clock. Baker got to get a shot off. They travel. Baker.
Traveling is the foul.
Well, again, you know, it's early season basketball. Unfortunately, you know, every team across the country is tipping off tonight. I guarantee you, no one is in mid-season form as of yet.
Well, scoring drought at 420 and counting. Inside, Xzavierro looking to move on a Gahan off the window and in.
Oh, that was pretty. Couple dribbles, middle, spin back, right shoulder, left hand jump hook off glass. That's textbook.
Bobcats 4 for their last 5.
That's the lost art of low post basketball moves. That was a pretty thing to watch.
9-0 run for Montana State. Foul. Fuller.
Called on the Bobcats number 0, Caleb Fuller. First personal.
First on Fuller. One of 3 Bobcats from England, including Gabriel Bello. Blackshirt. Baker had 4 assists in the exhibition win. Back to Baker for 3. Big rebound, pulled down by Fuller.
Lopes can't buy one, Barry, if they're not turning the ball over. They're off with their shots. They got to get something going to the basket. Someone's got to find a way to get to the foul line.
Fuller leaves it for McMahon, driving. Heavy traffic, and he kisses it.
That was pretty. 3 Lopes defender converged on the ball as they've been taught. But the young man still found a way to get that ball and fight it up in off the backboard and in.
11-0 run for the Bobcats. Baker, heavy traffic, turnover. Here come the Bobcats. McMahon. Foul. McMillan.
I know this is not going to make Coach Drew happy right now. They can handle a missed shot, but the turnovers and the lack of energy and effort and the fact that the Bobcats are out working them here in this first part of the half is going to make him upset. They got to turn this around and quick.
Logan and Landers waiting at the scorer's table. And Lopes gets some help there. McMahon misses an 82% free throw shooter a season ago. Blackshirt and McLaughlin check out.
How about that? The guy shoots 80% a year ago, and he can't buy one of 2.
Now, so we got Robert Ford the third.
You know, the Lopes looked good early on. They went a little screen and roll situation on the side of the court. Maybe that's what they got to go back to. Give it to one of their ball handlers and see if they can't get that screen and roll, get something either for themselves or maybe one of the shooters coming off the weak side.
Harrison steps back. Millen looking to move. Guarded heavily. Stutter step back to the baseline. Harrison for 3. Well off the mark.
Well, nice effort, but just stepping out on the out of bounds line is right into the press row down there with all the cameras.
Oh, for their last 6 from the field are the Lopes.
Yeah, you gotta like that one there. Was that Gahan? Yeah, going down there with the camera. Men and women.
Stick out Jake Johnson down there. Brown. Bello. Gathers it back up. Pushed back out. Fuller. Throws it up. That's off the mark. Gahan. Out underneath.
Yeah, think they got Morrow down there really battling down there underneath. I mean, you can tell Coach Spring wants his team to go to the offensive glass with every shot, and they do a good job tackling. Lopes been stuck in mud. We saw this in the preseason game. Remember, they got stuck on 12 and for about a stretch about 5 or 6 minutes. They could not get themselves going, much like they had a situation tonight. Turnovers, sloppy basketball, a lot of one-on-one play.
Baker over to Harrison in the corner. That doesn't go.
Oh, that was halfway down and scored it back out.
Brown. Up over the top, Bello. Gahan from behind.
Yeah, a little too much. I'm sorry, Bear. A little too much there by Gahan, pressuring down there on Bello, pushing him from behind. But just the Lopes' third team foul, so just baseline out of bounds here. This is where they got to guard. Bello tries to attack immediately off of these baseline out of bounds plays. He got to the line over 200 times last year. One of the tops in the nation gets himself the foul.
Drago in for Gahan. Brown stops, pops.
Oh, that was too easy. Just coming off that big body screen, little curl, 12 feet from the basket on the right lane line. Well, Coach Drew said he's going to learn something about his team with the strength of this opponent, this Montana State team. Well, they're going to have to find something inside themselves here.
Baker left hand doesn't go. How did that not go?
$10 shot for the 10-cent finish. You got to make sure you fight that ball up in the basket after you make such a good crossover right in the middle of the lane.
Over 7 minutes since the Lopes put one in the bucket. Fuller. Baker on him, big left hand, and he kisses it off the window.
Yeah, when you see a guy down there one-on-one and his opponent that he's guarding dribbled the ball 7 or 8 times, you got to send an extra body to help him out.
Time out on the floor. Lopes trail 17-4.
November 30th. Visit GCULopes.com/state48 for more information. And Lopes up!
Bobcats, the Big Sky regular season and conference tournament champs.
Yeah, earned themselves a trip to the big dance. And a nice job with that team there. Bello leading the charges underneath.
Their first big dance appearance since 95-96. Played as a 14 seed. Bowed out in that opening round in San Diego to the 3 seed Texas Tech.
Now they're a deep team. They lost 3 of their starters from a year ago, but even tonight, even got 7 field goals and 7 different scores tonight. So very deep.
Von Blacksher Jr., the only scorer for GCU, 4 points, 2 of 4 shooting. The rest, 0 points, 0 for 6.
You know, obviously, right, they haven't not gotten out to the start that they want, but with over 11 minutes left on the clock, that timeout may serve to help GCU settle them down and got a veteran staff over there between Drew and Schilling and Shaw. All of those guys will keep grabbing players as they're going back to the court, telling them just to relax. It's a long game. It's a long season. Don't try to make up an 11-point deficit one trip down the floor. Just keep chipping away. We got over 30 minutes to play in this game.
Blacksher brings it up, moves left, drives, big right hand, and that's knocked out with authority by Bello.
Yeah, and that's Bello doing what Bello does when his coach wants his guards to go up there and really pressure the ball because he knows he has an anchor defensively to rim protect.
Into Harrison. Millen. That's a foul.
That's what the Lobos need right there. Somebody get to the line and get a bucket. Get some points from the free throw line just to get them out of this mud puddle that they've been stuck on 4 points for a long period of time.
Bello had 60 blocks a season ago.
You said 60?
60.
Yeah, he gets after it. I know that's top 40 in the nation, those number of blocks that he had. Also his offensive rebounding numbers, the tops of the country. Getting to the free throw line, like I mentioned, over 200 times, also tops in the country.
Well, we know now that basketball does indeed go in.
Yeah, it's sometimes he only made 1 or 2, but sometimes that's all you need is a little visual. Oh,
Charge.
they tried a little dribble exchange there on that right side, but referees weren't having what they were trying. Look at this motion one more time here with the basketball. He just clears out Harrison, and you're not allowed to do that when you're exchanging the ball with your teammate there. You can't run right into the defender and run him off the ball.
Hugh hung on to come back against Tarleton now. 62-59 against Billy Gillespie's squad.
Was that Bello again blocking that alley-oop, swatting that thing out of there?
10:30 to go, opening half. Now his foul.
I think that's McMillan. Is that his second one there on McMillan? Yeah, that's going to be his second team foul.
14th foul.
Stays in the game. Inbound. Lekalot. Brings it over to Brown. Inside. Bello. Bello faces up. Back out. Brown.
Here's Brown, the second.
We knew coming in and out of our production meeting, these Bobcats were going to have a little something for the Lopes tonight, and sure enough, this first 10 minutes, they have taken the fight right to the Lopes and taken a lot of the wind out of the sails of the Havocs.
Big bucket, McMillan from deep three.
And that's what you need. A guy visualizes the ball going through the hoop at the free throw line, and he comes back and hits his next jump shot. You see it at every level of basketball.
Inside to Bello. Left hand doesn't go. McMillan with the rebound, brings it up.
Nice job by McMillan, recognizing he did not have the numbers. Bring it back outside.
Blackshear. Drago. Leisure. McMillan quickly to Blackshear Jr. McMillan, another deep three, short.
Effort where Curry and Thompson and the Warriors shoot from out there. That was deep. Sometimes, yeah, you hit one, you think, okay, all of a sudden, I'm hot. Go ahead and pull the trigger.
Brown moves left. High by McLaughlin. Gathers it back. 8 on the shot clock.
They got a mismatch up top.
Drives. Right hand. Short. Here come the Lopes. Blackshear. Harrison. Charge on Harrison.
Wow, that was a heck of a job down there by Battle, sliding his feet, cutting off that baseline. Harrison's, he is quick. But Battle, he slides down there and gets in front. Now, you tell me, does he throw his body into Harrison to call the contact? That's a tough one for the official early in the season. We always talk about in basketball, the hardest call to make is the block charge. Is the defender set before the offensive player runs into him? That's a tough one. I don't know. That probably is one that could go either way. All you can ask for as a player is to be consistent with it throughout the course of the game.
Fuller back in for Lekalot. 8:30 and counting opening half. Battle. Weaving. Whoa. Hippity hop, hop, hop.
Yeah, that battle. He was using his athleticism just quicker to the ball. Look at Harrison knocks it away.
Blackshear. Wow. In the corner for Harrison. On the floor, loose ball. Lopes retained possession.
I'll tell you what, it is a real battle between, pun intended, between Harrison and Battle right now on both sides of the floor.
Okay, to be chatting with the head coach for GCU women's basketball, victorious in their game before the men's game tonight against Arizona Christian.
I saw that. I got here early. I could put my eyeballs on what Molly Miller's doing with his troops. Got a lot of new players out there, and one thing hasn't changed. They get after it defensively. They forced 30 steals in that basketball game. Went on to win by a gazillion points.
Gazillion?
Yeah, that's what the Powerball is up to, by the way. Did you get your ticket, Barry?
I might have.
I got me one.
Yeah. Let's send it down to Kate Longwood.
All right, guys. Well, you were just talking about Molly Miller and what her team was able to accomplish tonight with that big 109-53 victory in their season opener over Arizona Christian. What did that mean to you to come out with a statement win like that to start the season?
What was that? I can't hear you.
What did it mean to come out with a statement win like that to start the season?
Yeah, great start. It's a good thing if I can't hear you, but really proud of our girls. We have a lot of weapons. 30 was the magic number tonight. We had 30 steals and 30 assists, which is a great number for team basketball. So, you know, we're building, we're working 10 new faces into the system. So it was a good start for us tonight.
Yeah, 5 transfers, 5 freshmen. How is the chemistry coming together for this team? And will defense still be a bread and butter?
Yeah, well, the defense is hard to learn, but they're all bought in and they're getting the hang of it. I think the best thing about this team is they really like each other. The chemistry is building, and I'm excited to see us move that momentum forward into the season.
Yeah, big things can happen when that shows up on the court, and you are in your 3rd season at the helm. And the last 2 seasons, you have taken the team to that conference championship game. What's it take to get to that next level and get that W?
Yeah, some consistency, I think. I think we did a good job recruiting some voids. You know, our 3-point shooting tonight at 44%. We tried to fill that in the offseason. And so that's kind of a sigh of relief to see our offense kind of be more sophisticated and open up some things for us. So I think we've got the personnel and the players now. It's just putting it together.
We're talking a lot on the men's side tonight about the tough non-conference schedule. You have stacked your team with just the same. You will have the Thanksgiving Classic here in a week, and then on the 30th, you'll be back on our telecast against ASU. What are you anticipating with those games?
Hopefully I anticipate a crowd like this for ASU. It's going to be amazing, but that's a good measuring stick for us. We wanted to schedule someone that would challenge us early to prepare for the conference season, and so that's what we're getting with these early non-conference games.
All right, thank you, Coach Miller. We'll see you on the 30th, and best of luck. And guys, we'll send it back up to you because we got a great game on our hands.
Well, I'll tell you what, that team that Molly Miller coaches, they flat out get after it. They're fun to watch. I watched the second quarter. They went on a 27-2 run at one point in the second quarter of that basketball game just to open up a 35-point halftime lead. It was all over but the crime from there.
Back underway. Taker started heavily. Plowman for 3.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, that kid's going to stay on the floor. He's going to have to be able to hit that shot right there. That's a great play by Coach Drew and his staff, drawing on up for a guy that's struggling to give him some confidence.
McMahon leaves it there. Battle on the floor. Guarded heavily by Blackshear. Oh, sweet feed into Xzavierro.
Yeah, Ouedraogo just got a little too frisky there, trying to overplay the passing lane. Great backdoor pass.
Blackshear cutting back. McMillan has a seam, drives, right hand, not going to happen.
Got to finish that with the left, young man.
Gonzalez to his right. Battle inside. Heavy ball there by Xzavierro.
Yeah, just quicker to the basketball, quicker in transition, quicker on the offensive glass. Right now, the Lopes just being outclassed by the Bobcats. But that's a beautiful play right there. Just get Bauman a shot on the wing, catch and shoot, let the young man do what he does best.
And for every three-point shot the GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will be making a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. First one off the front rim.
I see a lot of misses at every level early in the season from the free throw line. You know, what young man that stepped up there early, 80% shooter, he clanked two. Now this one was very short. Wouldn't be surprised if this one finds the back rim. Back rim and down.
Xzavierro, another native of England. Bobcats 14-0 margin, points in the paint. Blackshear drives, that doesn't go.
Yeah, but they're going to the basket and they're getting layups, and they're just not getting these layups to drop. I've counted 4 layup opportunities that have not gone. Look at this.
Oh, look at him thread the needle.
Would you say 16-0 points in the paint? That is unlike a GCU coach basketball team. You know, that was a travel that Harrison just got away with there.
Baker, McLaughlin looks to his right, Blackshear trying to free him up a bit, step back. Good!
I like that one there. McLaughlin comes over, sets that pick. He rolls hard to the basket, takes a defender with him. He's got 6 of GCU's 13 points.
Xzavierro up over the top, takes it back. McLaughlin's on it. Got some help from Baker. Inside, loose ball picked up by Val. Up over the top, not going to happen. Baker pulls it down.
Near turnover in the backcourt. Baker just trying to make an outlet, a simple outlet play.
McLaughlin tries for 3. Good!
Oh, McLaughlin, I'll tell you what, sets a pick and knocks time down. He pops to that three-point line. He shot 500 three-point shots over the court a day over the course of the summer, and his first one of the season goes down.
A little bit of run here by GCU. Coach Sprinkle with the timeout for the Bobcats.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Coach Sprinkle does not want these havocs to ignite. It's a quick timeout, try to kill the momentum that GCU started to build. But I love that. First time you pick and roll, the second time you pick and pop, defenders can't find you, and you get a clean look from behind the arc.
Sprinkle starred on that 95-96 Montana State men's basketball team that made the NCAA tournament. They've notched a winning record in all 3 of his seasons. He was a unanimous selection and for the Big Sky Conference Coach of the Year last season.
They're doing a good job. Coach Jamal down there firing up the guys, trying to get a little run here. They may not take the lead, but maybe they can take the momentum to the locker room. Lopes started this one 0 of 5 from behind the arc since they are now 3 of their last 4 from behind the three-point line.
Jerry Colangelo in his customary aisle seat.
Jerry looks a little nervous in this one tonight. He did not like the start for the Lopes team, but like I say, a little run here over the next 5.5 minutes probably put a smile on his face.
Back underway, Brown, eyed by Blackshear. Finds Fuller. Bauman's on him.
Oh no, the offensive foul down there on the pick. Coach Sprinkle let him drive you nuts. You call timeout to try to set up a good play to give your team an opportunity to score, and you turn it over with an offensive foul.
Brown called his second. Blackshear.
See what Coach Drew drew up there during that timeout. High pick and roll with McLaughlin.
Stop, pop, 3. In and out. McLaughlin tried to push it out. Here come the Bobcats. McMahon. Oh, McLaughlin tried to knock it out. Back to McMahon. Brown. Electric play. Back to Fuller. Bounce pass. Inside. Xzavierro. Foul there by Blackshear.
I don't know who was on that weak side between McMillan and Baker our Blackshear, Baker, one of those three, they were caught ball watching. So the second personal foul, I'll make that the third personal foul on Chance McMillan. Was that, they called that one on Baker. Yeah, I think they got Baker with that personal foul. So okay. Scratch that. That's not going to be the third.
Good news there for GCU.
Yeah, well, McMillan, when he got his second foul, was wondering why Coach Drew didn't get him out of that ball game, and he came back, knocked out a three-point shot right after that. So I think Coach Drew, knowing he needs an experienced hand on the floor as they're battling from behind. It's a 9-point deficit.
Baker checks out. Harrison to Bauman. Careful. Battle almost got it. McMillan. Heavy traffic. Sure. Twisting, turning. Oh, sweet move. Big right hand. Doesn't go. Brown. Battle. Three. Front rim. Careful. Bobcats ball.
And McMillan trying to get that hard carom off the front rim. Sometimes those are the tough ones to get. Nobody down there. I mean, this is similar. I went to practice on Friday. This is similar to the way they were doing a controlled scrimmage on Friday. It was a lot of sloppy play. In fact, Coach Drew stopped them one time, really got after his team for just not valuing the basketball and just not executing on offense. And we're seeing that here in the first half of this opening game.
Walter Ellis checks in. He can drain some threes. Fuller. Got him. Osibor muscles his way around Udrago.
Yeah, it's too easy. Too many points in the paint for a GCU basketball team. If 18-0 points in the paint, if you can't guard the guys one-on-one down low, you're going to get burned every time. If the Lopes got to go to a zone in the second half or from time to time and mix it up with sideline out of bounds or baseline out of bounds, they got to do something to stop this attack.
Harrison fouled on the drive. Looks like they got battled.
Yeah, you know, we had early in this basketball game, I believe it was Blackshear that went to the hole hard, cradling the ball and absorbed some contact and got himself a bucket on a layup. And that's really about the only play that we have seen inside for GCU where they haven't got a clean look at an easy bucket inside.
27-16, Montana State on top.
Their last two matches of the season, Thursday versus Seattle University at 6 p.m. and this Saturday is Senior Day at 2 p.m. as they take on Utah Valley. Following that match is women's basketball versus Grambling State at 7 p.m. Thank you for your continued support of GCU Athletics.
At the break here, I will check in with head coach Bryce Drew to get his thoughts on how the team is performing so far in this first half and what they need to do to turn things around in the second half. Plus, we'll get an inside look at Javon Blackshear. In 4 short years here at GCU, already leaving a big mark when he wears that GCU uniform. We'll check in with the rising star to get his thoughts on what he wants to accomplish this year.
Look forward to that coming up at the half. We're at the 4-minute mark. Harrison at the line. 85% free throw shooter a season ago at Presbyterian.
Between Harrison, Ellis, and Blackshirt, and even McLaughlin, you got 4 guys that can space the floor all the way out to the three-point line.
Gonzalez. Back out. Possible. Low. Sweet. Between the Fuller.
I hate to keep harping on it, Barry, but the awareness when these players are away from the ball is lacking. They are constantly getting cut on back cuts.
Back cut there by McLaughlin, and he's fouled. Fuller hit the floor hard.
And McLaughlin with the good head and shoulder fake gets Fuller off the ground, and then McLaughlin goes up, and he's just such a powerful young man. It just goes right through Fuller, and I don't know if it's him getting hit by McLaughlin's shoulder or if it's when he goes to the ground and hits the floor. Oh, his own teammate lifts his leg up and causes him to pancake with his back onto the hardwood.
Hope's trying to chip away.
Looks like he's staying in the action, so he must be okay. No, wait a second. Take that back. Now he's coming out. I think the training staff and the coaches just want to talk to him, make sure he's okay. He with a hard fall. Then here's Johnny Hill talking to him down there. He's not worried about his health. Tell him, don't fight on McLaughlin's pump fake. Gabe with 5 points here in this first half.
Johnny Hill, an assistant for the Bobcats, former special assistant to the head coach and grad assistant here at GCU.
All around good guy.
Patterson over to Gonzalez. Now it back in. Hello. That big left hand doesn't go. Pulled down by McLaughlin.
Good defense. Nice job for sitting with good upper body strength that time.
Gabe looks for 3. Short.
There's Coach Hill down there coaching up his troops. You don't think he doesn't want to come back here to the Valley of the Sun at GCU Arena and get himself a win with this Bobcats team. He wants it badly. They're going to Long Beach after this one. I asked him, he said, I don't care about Long Beach. I only care about this one right here, Scott.
Battle. Harrison's called.
Yeah, and Battle had a little angry body language after that drive to the bucket, too. Like, you better get out of my way or I'm going to hurt you next time. Watch this kid, and everyone's got a great dunk. I used to do one, I'd throw it over my shoulder and then catch it and reverse it. This kid had a windmill dunk in the layup line that was something to behold.
88% free throw shooter a season ago and misses. Harrison, heavy on the 3. Rebound picked up by Gonzalez. 2.5 to go, opening half.
Yeah, just 6 at 22 shooting for the Lobos here in this first half. Well under 30%. This is not going to get it done.
Stop pop from the elbow. Gonzalez. Nick Gonzalez from Humboldt, Texas.
Lobos had a little mini run, and Coach Sprinkle called that timeout. He got his team right. Lobos have not been able to do much since that to gain any kind of momentum to take to the locker room with.
Bobcats been in that extra gear from the opening tip that the Lobos just haven't been able to get into. They've been relentless.
Yeah, they're pressured defensively. They attack the basket offensively. They're good in transition. A well-coached basketball team with a lot of good athletes.
Similar to what we talk about when we talk about Molly Miller and the women's basketball team here.
100%, but we've talked about the Lobos defensively in basketball games in years past, holding teams under 40% in many games here at GC Arena. And right now, Bobcats shooting over 50% from the field.
Off the mark. Another late attempt.
Just trying to beat the shot clock.
Relentless defense by the Bobcats in this regular season opener. Black alive. Near side here. Zales inside. Bello. 7 on the shot clock. Draws the foul against Ouedraogo.
Yeah, and I know that Blackshear's kind of hedging like he wants to double, but yet he doesn't want to leave the three-point shooter out on the wing. But that's a big, young man right there. It's like wrestling a crocodile. Throws that right elbow right into Ouedraogo and then gets the body contact. That's how you get yourself to the line over 200 times in a season. Just being aggressive and making the officials blow the whistle one way or another. You're either calling an offensive foul or you're calling a defensive foul, but bodies are going to be colliding down low.
72% from the line a season ago for Bello. As you mentioned, 204 trips, hit 146.
Can't do the math there, but that's a decent number for a big man right there.
Yeah.
Over 70%. So he makes good use of his time at the free throw line.
Off the mark there, Ellis leaves with Baker. Blackshear brings it up. Ellis, up high. Minute left. Baker. Free throw, Drago. Careful. Underneath, Baker. Left hand doesn't go, but he draws the foul.
Yeah, nice little low interior passing that time by Lopes. And good job by Baker. He had an extremely good second half of that exhibition game, and I love his energy here. This guy goes to double team the basket and he goes right to the rack, and the big fella finds him. Takes that contact, he's going to go to a free throw line.
Baker, a McClintock High grad here locally, transferred from UNLV. Had 10 points in the exhibition game in 18 minutes. This was the front end.
Yeah, all 10 of those points, like I said, in the second half. So it took everybody a little bit of a while to calm down that exhibition game with those new guys playing in front of the Havocs. And we mentioned how loud it was in that game. And here again, still 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Out of Lopes. So opening night jitters for the guys in the white shirts.
Like a lot. Gonzalez. Bello.
Ball. Yeah, they got bombing off the ball, holding, and that's going to be 2 free throws as the the Lopes now are in the double penalty.
Puts the Lopes over the double team foul limit. Sam Lecolad, position 2.
So in all, I mean, I know we got 40 seconds left to play in this one, but Lopes down 13, maybe 15 after these 2 free throws. A forgettable first half for the Lopes. They got to go into that locker room and just say, whatever we did out there was not working for us, but we're going to come back out with a different mindset on how to approach the second half and make sure we start cutting off the interior and working harder than the Bobcats in the second half. Give the Havocs something to be proud about. The team be the hardest working team on the floor in the second half of this game because they got outplayed here in the first half.
Like a lot. 1 of 2 at the line. Ellis. Back to Blackshear. Swings it over to Baker. Ouedraogo. Looking for somebody. Bauman. Man. Tight. Again, the shot clock dwindling. Back out. Baker for 3. Off the mark. Pulled down by the Bobcats. Gonzalez brings it up. 5. For the last shot. Stop. Pop. Patterson. Good. Oh, mercy me.
Patterson for 3.
Just a master class of how to start a season by the Bobcats. Defensively and offensively. Coach Sprinkle's got to be real happy with this team here. Good execution on the last shot of the half. And of course, you knew as soon as it left his hand, it was going to go down. 7-0 run to end the half.
Let's go down to Kate.
Thank you, guys. Well, Coach, coming into this game, you said this is one of those games you learn about yourselves. First half in the books, what have you seen so far about who you guys are?
Well, we've been dominating the first half. Really disappointed. We got to play way better. Worst we've ever played, every practice, any scrimmage. Hopefully we'll play better second half.
What will be your message to the team? I know you guys are struggling with shooting, but sometimes you also don't want to get in your head because you have that skill set.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of things. I don't think we really did anything well in the first half. So they made shots. We didn't execute. We got to do much better.
We look forward to see what you can bring second half. Thank you, Coach. Right now, GCU trailing the Bobcats 36-19. You heard Coach Drew breaking it down. He wants to see a much different game from his team in the second half. We'll be with you to see how that all plays out. But first, we're going to take a quick break and then come back with the Lopes Halftime Show. Kate Longworth, welcome you back to GCU Arena, where we're just moments away from the second half. Lopes trailing the Bobcats right now. Montana State on top, 36-19. Chipping in for the Lopes, Javon Blacksher leading the scores for his team with 6 points. Gabe McLaughlin had 5. Chance McMillan with 4. And with a score like that, all we know is the Lopes need more in this second half. Can they do it? Time will tell. We'll be right back with you on the other side with more NCAA action.
What is the rush? I don't want to be like, you know, what's that guy?
I know the rush.
Not the Scrooge, but the Grinch. But, you know, that bah humbug or whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah, a little
I
bit,
love the
bit.
Christmas spirit. The time I listen to the XM's holiday stations and all that. I love it, but after Thanksgiving, that's when I want it.
Lopes need some early gifts here in this second half. Underway.
They were in the giving spirit in the first half, giving up 20 points in the paint.
Bello. Drago harassing him a little bit. Brown. Blacksher on him. Bello frees him up. Bounce pass. Oh, mercy.
Wow, that was one heck of a play. It was a great closeout by Wudragu, but Brown makes one heck of a pass to a cutting Bello for the slam. Keep watching that points in the paint meter tonight. Let's see if the Lopes can win the battle of points in the paint in the second half. Right now they're down 0-2.
Classic. High off the glass.
We're going to count that as a point in the paint because that play originally started right there on that low block. So let's make it 2-2 now. Nice job by McLaughlin working hard underneath for a bucket down low.
Isaiah Shaw in the game. Brown back to Lecolot. Hands it off to Patterson. Back to Lecolot. McLaughlin at him. Trying to back in against Gabe. Left, right. Got some support there by Kobe Knox in the game. Long three at the buzzer. Oh, up over the top.
I'm not sure what they're calling down here. I don't know that symbol underneath. I think they might have McLaughlin down there boxing out. Yeah, look what they got. Gabe McLaughlin, number 30 down there. They got locked up.
Second personal, first team foul in the second half.
All the players are going back to the bench. What's going on, Barry? This is something new to me here.
The officials are going to take a look at it. Now they're going to huddle up.
All right.
See if the foul is flagrant or not.
On a rebound? Okay, let's take a look at this one more time here, what the officials might be questioning. Down here underneath, two guys going for the ball. You see McLaughlin trying to push back. Can't see with the arms. I see what McLaughlin's trying to do. He's trying
over
to
here, see?
Oh, now the arms are locked. Well, they both got each other locked up pretty good there. I think that's just two strong young men down there wrestling, fighting hard for the basketball. I don't understand what the problem is. Call a personal foul. Let's keep the game going.
That would be an excellent idea. They're both hooked. Careful. Flag it. Could have hyperextended that arm. Shoulder there. All right. We saw a couple of looks. Let's go. Here we go. Well, Scott's got some Christmas presents to go by. Come on.
You know, one thing we've always talked about in the game of college basketball, it's such a great sport because of the quick, fast-paced action of the sport. And what a lot of these instant replays and video replays and determinations whether or not they're personal fouls or flagrant fouls, it slows down some of the natural beauty of the game, unfortunately, and it's something that to me has taken away from the college basketball experience. Hey, LaFonso Ellis in the house watching his son in action tonight. Number 55, Walter Ellis.
Go down there, LaFonso. Tell him to let's go.
I wonder if LaFonso would agree with me on some of these video replays.
Who wouldn't agree with you?
He's old school, like me.
Let's
played in the 80s and the 90s and 2000s. We didn't have all this. They didn't make a decision.
Oh, they huddled up. They looked at it. Now they're huddling up again. Let's go. No offense, but come on. Actually, yeah, I did. Okay.
The officials are in early season form as well.
2. You're going to give them 2? Hopefully you took the opportunity to maybe go get a cold beverage, some snacks maybe. What are we doing here?
Well, I wish the officials would communicate at least to the PA so they could make some announcements so the fans and we would know what has happened here.
There you go. Gabe's.
Again, upon review, that call has been confirmed. Foul call against the Lopes, number 30, Gabe McLaughlin.
It was a personal foul on Gabe McLaughlin. Now we play basketball after a long delay.
Battle. Bounce pass. McLaughlin on him. Pushes out. Patterson for the corner. In and out. Locksher pulled it down.
Nice job, gang rebounding.
Ella was right there. Kobe Knox. How about it? Off the mark. Isaiah Shaw knocked out by the Bobcats.
Well, you can see with Coach Shaw going down. Coach Drew going down to the end of his bench to Isaiah Shaw and Kobe Knox. He's going to find some guys that want to go out there and compete.
Yep.
And if the other guys that are normally in the rotation won't do it, he'll find somebody else that will.
Oh, battle.
And that's that high-flying battle off of that turnover, an easy 2-on-1 break. More points in the paint off of a turnover. But the message was sent to the rest of those guys in the white jerseys.
Isaiah Shaw, 3.
Oh, lefty cannon to 3. You tell me he's not going to make the most of his minutes. You would make all the statements you want. I'm going to come out here and make a statement of my own. Casey Shaw's kid getting it done.
Team needs that fire in their belly.
And a block shot.
Kobe Knox.
Look at these guys, the hungry guys off the bench competing.
Lockshire, high off the clock, doesn't go. Drago puts it home.
Okay, that's a more of a Los basketball team that I like. On the offensive glass, blocking a shot, getting some transition going, getting a little more momentum going for this Havocs team, crowd to get behind.
Bello, but no, Drago got a hand on it.
Yeah, a couple times now, the bigs have gotten a little too high on Bello, and they've been able to go to the basket. But look at this one by Casey Shaw. You see McLaughlin sets a big pick, and it just gives those perimeter shooters an opportunity to see that basket a fraction of a second longer. For a good shooter, that's sometimes all that they need, and he cans the shot. Tom said a good pick for Blackshear Jr. early in the basketball game in the first half, but Blackshear Jr. knocked down a 3.
Bello drains it. All right, knocks out. Drago out. Shaw out. They gave the team a little bit of spark. Harrison, Landers, McMillan in.
They're coming back with more of a regular rotation, but the message has been delivered. Happy for Isaiah Shaw right now, by the way. Kid works hard in practice every day, has not seen much of the court in his time in a GCU uniform, and here in the first game of the season, he goes out there in the second half when his team needs a lift, knocks down a big three-point shot. That's being ready when your number's called.
Hard work. Wins out every time. Talon doesn't work hard enough. Long shot. Pulled down by Brown.
Yeah, not the offensive set of possession rather than Lopes wanted, but with the shot clock getting short, I think the captain on the team felt like he needed to try to make something happen.
Brown. Lecolot moves right near side. Targeted heavily. Was battled by Harrison. Bello all the way over. Swings it over. Battle quickly. Trying to free up. Brown off the mark. Bellows underneath. Up over the top. He's called for the foul.
Yeah. Wonderful job underneath by Landers, battling out the big guy, keeping a body between him and the basket. And Bello had to come over the top and commit the foul. That's not going to show up on the stat sheet as a rebound for Landers, but that's big for the team.
Bellows got 2. Blackshear near side. McLaughlin comes over. Moves to his left. Bounce pass. McLaughlin working on Lecolot. It's been a battle. Left, trying to free him up. Big right hand, not there. McLaughlin keeps it in. Good hustle. Landers. They get here. Lecolot? Who did they get? Another huddle.
I'm not sure what happened there, Barry.
Timeout on the floor.
All right, we're going to step aside. Let's see what everybody wants to order, and then we'll come back. 42-26.
This GCU telecast is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Talking Stick Resort. By Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness. By Sweet James. Injured in an accident? Sweet James has your back. And by Raising Cane's. One love.
Back at GCU Arena where the Lopes are trying to chip away at a Bobcats lead. 42-26. Are in need of some three-point shots. For every three-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will be making a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu.
Yeah, Lopes could use some three-point shots. They can use some two-point shots. They should use some one-point shots. They can use some points, period. I mean, down 16 here. And I would say there's not a lot of time left for them to get back in this game, but they got to start getting some consistent action offensively that shows me that they're going to be able to put some points on the board.
Miller, eyed by Battle, back out. Landers plays catch, chance. Back to the corner. Landers puts it on the floor.
Watching it expire, they don't know it.
Wow, this lack of communication on the floor is just astounding. Great Osobor fouled by the Lopes.
Yeah, I think they got Chance McMillan there down there reaching and slapping at that basketball. That's going to be his third personal foul.
Maybe should have kept Sean and Kobe Knox out there a little longer.
Well, it's just kind of shocking. I mean, that offensive possession out of a timeout by a Lopes team that couldn't execute the play that was drawn up and have to force something as the clock's about to expire. It's just something you just don't normally see at any point in time from a Lopes team.
Kept in by McMillan. Harrison driving, underhand. Johnson, go! Whoa, 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 whoa. Another huddle. Hey.
Yeah, McLaughlin got a finger on it, but I think it was actually the Montana State Bobcat player that ended up being the last one to touch it. So McLaughlin working hard down there was able to fight that one off a Bobcat, and they'll keep possession of the ball. But how about Harrison's drive to the basket here? A lot of contact, but just not able to finish anything or the Lopes and Harrison on that particular possession.
Harrison finds McLaughlin, turns to the hoop. Working on Osobor. Big left hand. That goes!
Well, we noticed about a season ago McLaughlin's ability to put that left hand jump hook in. Now 9 points on 3 of 5 shooting.
McMahon. Robert Ford III. Osobor doesn't go.
I like that. 3 white jerseys on that defensive glass.
McMillan tries. Kick back out. Bowman for 3. Bam, baby!
Well, that's good by McMillan. He got that basketball well below the free throw line. All the guys in blue come down to the ball, and it leaves Bauman wide open for a three-point shot. And we talked about it in the first half. That's the shot the young man's got to make on a consistent basis. That 40 to 45% of those open threes to get those to go down.
Timeout, Bobcat, 6 points, 2 of 3 from the arc for Bauman.
Now here it is one more time. Look at everybody. 5 shirts down below the letters, and Bauman's got plenty of time to get the laces right on the basketball and can it.
Bobcat scoring drought, 3 minutes, 11 seconds. One of their last 7, 0 for their last 4. The Lopes trying to regain the momentum that they lost for a considerable amount of time throughout.
Well, Isaiah Shaw comes off that bench and he knocks down a 3, and then Bauman comes in there and he cans a triple. McLaughlin works hard underneath, gets a bucket down low. I mean, that's the type of basketball you're used to seeing out of these GCU basketball teams. Little guys helping one another and points into paint.
Next telecast, as you see there, November 9th on Wednesday night, San Diego Christian comes to GCU Arena. Kate will have the pregame show starting at 6:30. Tip off at 7 against the Hawks. (42-31).
I mean, yeah, 42-31. You got 13:50 to play in this game. And Lopes shooting 11 of 35 from the field, 5 of 18 from behind the arc. Yet you go, hey, as bad as it's been offensively, you get a bucket, you cut it to a single-digit deficit, you're in business again.
Yep. Lopes have outscored the Bobcats 12-6 here in this second half. McMillan, Bauman, McLaughlin, Javon Blackshirt Jr., and Ray Harrison. Inbound, Patrick McMahon, right by the Bobcats bench. Palmer, Alaska native. Brown, eyed by McMillan. Ford, bounce pass. Fuller. Bauman's on him. Bounce pass, look out. Loose ball. Foul! Xzavierro.
Well, that's that team defense you need down there. Bauman scrapping down there. McLaughlin scrapping. Everybody swarming to the basketball. I love that by McLaughlin going up high and taking that contact. I tell you what, he's a dirt worker. Hard hat, lunch pail kind of a man.
Blackshirt moves right. Finds Harrison. Harrison drives. Muscles his way. Hoop and a harm. Woo!
Oh, this place is starting to sense a little more energy and effort and fight out of this Lopes basketball team. This is what they wanted in that first half. Lopes giving it to them here in the second half. This is what you expect from a leader who has averaged 17 points a game at Presbyterian a year ago, realizing it's time to step on the gas and put one right into the bucket off the glass. And it's an 8-0 run now for the Lopes here in the second half.
Scoring drought 3 minutes, 40 seconds and counted for Montana State.
Well, we talked about it during that timeout. They got the stop they needed. Not only did they get a bucket, they got to add one. So instead of being down 9, they're only down 8. That starts to put a little bit more pressure on the Bobcats.
Back out, McMahon. Lopes playing a lot tighter on D. Blackshirt, hand in his face. Ford looking inside to Fuller. They're going to get Harrison.
Too much body, maybe 2 forearms in the back that time on that low block. 3 on Harrison, 4 on the Lopes.
McMillan has 3. Harrison has 3. Fuller hands it back over to Ford. Ford moves left. Bauman comes out. Cuts into the paint. Puts that shoulder down. Not there. Put back does. Xzavierro.
I don't like that switch. You're putting Bauman on a smaller guy and asking him to guard him all the way out beyond the 3-point line. He blitz blown by, and now all of a sudden, someone's got to come off to help, and it leaves the offensive board unprotected.
Put an end to a drought that lasted about 4 minutes. McLaughlin off the window.
You know, even when this man was hurt when he first got on campus, I always liked his attitude. He's not going to worry about that score. He's just going to put on that hard hat and go to work. 4 of 6 shooting now, 11 points, leading all scorers in the game.
Proud trying to rally support through traffic, picked off, turnover. Here come the Lopes.
Stop thinking for his teammates. You can't do that.
Bauman drives up high, up over the top.
Oh, this place is starting to become unglued, Barry. They're sensing something magical happen for the Lopes here in the second half.
The lead is down to 6. Battle. Xzavierro. Hand on it, Blackshirt. Up over the top, pulled down by McMahon. From the elbow, stop, pops. McLaughlin pulls it down.
How many boards is that for McLaughlin now? Give him 3 rebounds in this basketball game, and that was a man-sized board in traffic.
Harrison drives and is fouled by Battle. Battle picks up his third.
Go inside one more time. Gabe McLaughlin working hard. Part of this 12-2 run, just fighting that one up off the glass. And then one more time, Bauman, he says, I want some of that action underneath. Lopes on the run. They were embarrassed in that first half, and I'm sure your interview with Coach Drew going on in the locker room, he got after his team in the locker room and said, I want some guys that want to fight. I want some guys that want to compete.
Oh, doesn't go.
And the Lopes have done that here in the second half, going 8-14 from the field, shooting 57% after shooting 30% in the first half.
Yeah, they flipped the script. 56% shooting for the Bobcats, 25 for the Lopes in the opening half. 27 now for the Bobcats, 57 for GCU. 11 minutes to go. Push back out on the floor, step back, forward, in and out, rebound. Oh, McMillan comes up, hitting Bello, his 4th personal foul.
Yeah, Bello's a alligator, crocodile, whatever you want. He's a man down there on that block, and it takes a village to keep him off of that offensive glass. Almost 2 rebounds a game offensively a year ago. And it's McMillan going down there getting that contact. That's his 4th foul. Over 10 minutes of play in his basketball game. I hope Bryce Drew's going to have to be very careful and not let him get his 5th too with a lot of time left on that clock.
Bello. Flat-footed, off the mark, McMillan.
McMillan's a baller. He doesn't care. I got 4 fouls. I'll just keep playing hard. If I get my 5th, I get my 5th. No big deal. We got other guys that come off that bench and play hard too.
Working on Bello, big right hand. Yes!
Well, if that young man can consistently hit that left shoulder turn, right hand crook, he is going to be a big plus for the Lopes coaching staff.
Lopes 6 of their last 7.
4-point game, Barry.
Brown, not gonna happen. McMillan brings it up.
Fletcher calling for the ball on the right side.
Bounce ball. Aaron pass by McMillan.
Yeah, bounce pass on the run like that. The ball just will not come to its target cleanly. Got to make a chest pass.
Feel better with Javon bringing it up. Under 10 to go. 4-point lead for the Bobcats. They led it 36-19 at the half. Ford 5 on the shot clock. 4. Stops. Pops. Oh, clutch shot there.
The Bobcats needed a bucket. They went to the point guard, and he did a nice job. A little tricky move off the top of the key. Step back, jump shot, nothing but bottom of the net.
7:04 drop for the Bobcats. McMillan moves left, trying to move on Patterson.
These Bobcats are well-trained defensively. Not being able, Lopes can't break any of them down.
Oh, look at there! Wide open! John Blackshear Jr.
Well, I spoke too soon because the preseason player of the year was able to get to the rack. Lopes doing a better job getting some points in the paint here in the second half. They're winning that battle of points in the paint in the second half.
From the corner, off the mark. Oh, push from behind. Brown called. His fourth.
One more time. Good pick by Drago and an easy lane to get down that left side of the paint there for Blackshear Jr.
Biggest lead was 19 for the Bobcats. It's now 4.
Yeah, the Lopes got inside. I was saying they've won the battle. They're killing it. 16-6 advantage points in the paint. And that's a tale of two different halves. It was a 20-0 advantage in the first half for the Bobcats. Wow, 16 foul now on the Bobcats. So after this, the Lopes will be at the free throw line for the remainder of the game with the next Bobcats foul.
That's fourth.
This feels like one of those games where the Lopes been trailing almost throughout. And it just feels like if they're able to get to the lead, they'll keep the lead the rest of the game. And I think that's what the Bobcats have to be worried about.
The crowd back in this basketball game. Baker goes right. Bauman back out. Drago swings it over near side. Harrison, sweet crossover. Off the glass.
Beat. I'll tell you what, showed some real quicks on that one. Quick with the ball, quick with the tee, quick to the basket.
The lead is 2. That's right, 2. McMahon. Back out, 4. 4 tries. Oh, Bauman's called.
Well, much better job defensively, much better energy offensively. A different Lopes basketball team.
Wow, what a flip the script. They came out of that locker room and definitely responded. The second half scoring 25-10 in favor of GCU.
That's the ball club we wanted to see, right? You know, it's difficult for us up here because we have so much love for the Lopes to watch them go out there and play lackluster basketball for 20 minutes. And when they come out here for 10 minutes and show you what they're really capable, it's pretty to watch.
You wonder, too, that Bobcats just relentless if the energy can be sustained over 2 halves of basketball.
Well, they went out there, they played real hard. I think that Coach Bryce Drew told his team, I'll find some guys that want to compete. He goes to Isaiah Shaw, he goes to Kobe Knox. They went out there, they got a blocked shot, they got a 3-point shot, and it became infectious for the rest of those guys now coming back into the basketball game to say, okay, I thought I was playing hard, but I wasn't. Now, Clay McLaughlin takes, he always plays hard, but going down there and fighting for some of those paint points we talked about. Bauman knocking down a big 3 in the second half, and Harrison waking up. This is a guy you would, along with Blackshear Jr., you expect to provide some offensive punch. So now everybody starts to say, okay, what we did in the first half was just abnormal. This is normal Lopes basketball. Bang him down low, score some points in the paint, 18-6 advantage, and then really play defensively, lock down defensive, keep a team under 40% shooting from the field.
Points in the paint. Talk about flipping the script, going back towards the GCU Lopes, 18-6. McMillan with 4. He's on the bench right now. Baker out there with Bauman, Harrison, black shirt, and Udrago. Careful. 4. High by Blackshirt. All the way over. Patterson. Back out to McMahon. McMahon looking for some room. Big right hand. Not there. Bello, though, got the rebound. Did they get Baker or Udrago? Udrago.
Yeah, Udrago comes over and tries to block that shot. Doesn't get it, which leaves Bello the clean opportunity on the offensive glass. And if you're going to have Baker or McMillan or Harrison to try to keep the conference preseason player of the year off the offensive glass, that's just not going to work.
3 on Udrago. Bello at the line.
Got a good-looking stroke for a big man, doesn't he, Barry? Yeah, shot 70%. What do you say? 146 and 204 a year ago from that free throw line. I can't imagine 200 free throws in one season in college. 4 or 5 tonight. Try to give him the commentator jinx there. Look at that GCU graphic there. First half, 19 points on 25% shooting. Second half, 25 points on 61% from the field. That is excellent basketball.
Under 7.5 to go. 4-point Bobcats lead. Baker. Udrago. Big left hand.
I'll tell you what, absorbs that contact on that first move to the right. Good spin move. I never had that as a big man. He throws that left shoulder, that left hand hook right in there. 6 points, 4 boards for the big fella.
Good Bauman away from the ball.
Got ourselves a 2-point basketball game. Just one more time. Baker comes out of his shoe to hit the big man with the pass. That's okay. Nothing's going to deny me from helping my teammate.
Bauman's got 4. Baker,
we see that once
picked
a
it
year,
up and put it back on.
Someone's shoe come off.
Yeah.
Don't we get that about once a year?
I always say double knot, you know? Come on, kids.
Yeah, it never happened to me when I ever played. Unless someone stepped on your heel right as you were pulling your foot. That old trick, you know? Then you might come out of your shoe. But just to come out of your shoe with no contact, I can't fathom. Missed them both.
2-point lead. Harrison, Blackshirt, drives. Up the window. We are tied at 48. Oh, my goodness.
It's a different Lopes basketball team. Swarming to the basketball defensively. How is that not a double dribble?
McMahon, bounce pass. Osabor. High by McLaughlin. Moves to his right. Nice move by great Osabor.
It sure was, and they needed that bucket right there. It's like I said, if they lose this lead, I think it's lights out for the Bobcats.
Blackshirt. Leaving. He's starting to feel it. Javon Blackshirt Jr.
Yeah, he's having some fun now. He wasn't having any fun the first half, just 3 of 10 shooting. He's having some fun here in the second half. He's got this Bobcats defense figured out.
Oh, this crowd is on its feet. McMahon, bounce pass. Bello moves near side. Into Osabor. The 2 bigs out there for the Bobcats. McLaughlin working on him again. Big left hand. Doesn't go. Pulled down by Bello. Bello up over the top of Udrago. That doesn't go. Careful.
I think they got a foul on Osabor on McLaughlin. That's going to send McLaughlin to the free throw line for the front end of a one-on-one. I'll tell you what, all of these bigs, give them all a big round of applause because they're going to get an extra peanut butter and jelly sandwich in their bag at the post game because Osabor and Bello, McLaughlin, and Udrago all working hard underneath. You can see it on Gabe McLaughlin's face. He's sucking some heavy air right now. He's working hard.
3 on Osabor. Gabe goes to the line.
Gabe McLaughlin to shoot the 1-and-1.
Heavy. Came to the line 2 for 2. 5:44 and count. Not at 50. Mello. Leaves it there for Patterson. Heavy pulled down by Udrago. Interesting.
Both with a chance to take the lead.
Harrison. Baker. Through the middle. Bounce pass, Xzavierro. Push back out to Blackshear. Blackshear cuts in. Slice Dyson. Oh, it's stopped, but he's fouled.
Well,
Man is there.
all night long, Blackshear's been coming off of that screen. This time he rejected the screen to the baseline and went back middle. It just got the Bobcats unaware that he might not come off of that screen and was able to get to that foul line.
Ford picks up his third for the Bobcats.
See if Blackshear can get one of these two free throws to go in and see if my theory
Lopes are in the lead.
of if the Lopes game in the lead will never relinquish the lead once they get it. We'll see.
First lead since 4-3. That's right. 4-3. Buckle up. Approaching 5 to go.
I say most basketball games are going to be decided in the final 4 to 5 minutes of the game.
Takes it. Ford. Driving. McMahon. Drops it in.
Nice little high post action there. Just kind of running players off of that big fella up at the top of the key area. And they're able to get a bucket inside. And they needed one there. They had lost that lead. So my theory did not hold.
To Blackshear. Moves to the near side. Cuts back in. Looks for three. That's heavy. Loose ball. Pulled down by McMahon. Loose ball on the floor. Jump ball.
Is that Harrison down there scrapping for that basketball?
Xzavierro, GCU.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I didn't like that three-pointer by Blackshear. I thought he was having so much success in going to the hole when you're in a tight ball game like this. You know, that's how the Bobcats got the lead back by taking it to the rack. I would have liked to see Blackshear again try to attack that basket.
Foul call.
He got a timeout, I believe, Barry.
Timeout on the floor, 4:25 to go. 1 point lead for the Bobcats.
Welcome back. It's going to come down to the wire. We want to remind you, we will be back with you here Wednesday night as the Lopes take on San Diego Christian in Game 2 of this new 2022-23 season. We'll get things started with pregame at 6:30. Tip-off will be followed by 7. That's all on Fox 10 Extra. Meanwhile, we have over 4 minutes here inside GCU Arena. It is a 1-point game. The Lopes have staged quite the comeback. We'll see if they can finish this one off. It's going to be interesting, guys. Let's send it back up to you.
It's going to be really interesting. I haven't been able to sit down the entire second half, Barry. I'm out of my seat.
Yep. As is a lot of the crowd.
The Havocs haven't sat down all night either.
They rarely do.
I think a lot of people are Havocs, and I'm watching Homer Drew, Bryce Drew's dad, a couple rows up past the GCU bench, and he keeps studying the stats. He keeps wanting updates. He's also trying to game plan in his mind. I'm sure him and his son will talk after this one.
Yeah, the Hall of Famer Homer Drew taking this one, and I've seen him at practice a few times too. He's gonna be giving the skinny on some of the new guys.
Laxer takes it back from Udoga. Leaves for Baker. 6, 5, 4. Baker drives.
Oh, he got
Stop there
stoned.
by
Good
Patterson.
defense, but I like that action and going to the basket. I'd like to see him get a little more body contact next
A
time.
little more authority. 4. McMillan gets up off the bench. Swings it over. Patterson inside. Possible. Left hand doesn't go. Big stop there for GCU.
Nice defense without fouling, and then one shot and get the ball down to the offensive end of the floor.
Baker.
I think they got to get the ball in McLaughlin's hands. Let him do something with it.
How about Harrison? Off the window!
Oh, he loves it. Lets a little growl out after that bucket goes down. That's the body contact we wanted to see out of Baker. A play a go, and just a little more experience. I think Harrison finishes that. 7 points for Harrison in this half.
Big right hand doesn't go for McMahon.
There, McLaughlin controlling that glass now. 5 rebounds for McLaughlin in the game.
Harrison puts the shoulder down. Oh, big right hand comes down. Asabor.
Oh, he just swallowed that ball. Oh, into
there.
the screen.
Asabor called.
Those are the ones. Yeah, those are the ones that hurt those guards. You got big guys, got to be calling out that pick some 40 feet from the basket. Guard doesn't expect it to be coming that high all the way out there by the letters, and you can see just that slight movement with that right shoulder and hip is whistled for the foul. He doesn't believe it.
Mello out on the floor.
In for the number 2 chance for
Millen brings it up. Under 3 minutes to go. 1 point GCU lead. That's right.
That's sweaty palms up here. I'm not even playing.
Goodness gracious. Harrison. Laxer decides to go right. At the elbow. Push back out. Harrison quickly to McLaughlin. Drives baseline. Bam! No doubt about it!
Oh, Barry, you bounced out of your seat on that one. McLaughlin with a big right hand, give the Lopes a 3-point advantage. That's how you finish a playoff.
Lead is 3. Equalizer. Short. Loose ball on the floor.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Oh, wait a minute.
What? Whoa.
No, he got it wrong. The official's going to correct him. I think Brown grabbed the ball on the baseline and touched it. It would have been Bobcats basketball had he let it go out, but he tried to save it, and he took that ball to the line with him. That should be Lopes' ball. That's when I like the officials get together and get it right. I don't know if Brown realized that was going to be Bobcat their ball. Look at that. This is the one I like right here. Hey, everybody get out of my way. I am coming through. And then Williams blacks here one more time. And then that swing. No hesitation by Harrison. He gets it right over to his big man. Let's beat.
3-point lead. Approaching 2 minutes to go. Harrison. Back out. Laxer Jr. Moves left. Swings it over to McMillan. Looks for 3. Oh, off the mark. McLaughlin tried to get a hand on it. Not sure if that was the best choice to make. Ford. 145 and counting.
I'm telling my defenders right now, don't give up a 3-point shot on this possession right here.
Another one. This one on Darius Brown, the second. This 5th.
They have tried that dribble handoff a couple times and have not perfected it. And they're moving right into the defender each and every time. That's a moving screen. If you don't have your feet set and you're moving towards the defender like that, that's an easy call for the officials. Was he gone?
Yep.
Oh, he's out of there. That's a big blow to Montana State basketball right there. He has done such a good job of controlling this basketball team, both offensively and defensively. And they'll have to try to figure out a way to get it done with 1:30 to play.
90 seconds remain. 3-point GCU lead. Trailed by 19. biggest comeback was 20 points back in 2014 against Bakersfield. Turnover.
Yeah, a little surprised Coach Drew didn't get a timeout. Big possession there, early in the season, 90 seconds to play. Draw one up, make sure you get a shot.
Gathering that three-point lead. The last 7 of the Bobcats. Ford.
Oh, he turned it over.
Just a bit outside.
Oh, no. That's about the last thing you want to happen there. You turn the basketball over, 1-on-1 to play. I wonder if Coach Drew will get the ball over half court and get a timeout here.
Presses on. Lekalot in McLaughlin's face. He finds Blackshear.
He's going to let him play. He's putting the ball in the hands of his player of the year and saying, we're going to go 4 corners, spread it out. We're going to go high pick and roll with Blackshear, try to find a shooter in the corner if he can't get to the hole himself.
Blackshear, 8 on shot clock, drives. Big left hand. Loose ball. Stepped out. Whoops, ball.
Yeah, Xzavierro ball came down and found him with his back to the baseline. He didn't know where his heels were. His heels were on the out-of-bounds line. Blackshear Jr. going down that lane again here. Gets some contact from Bello, but it hits right off of Bello and out of bounds. He's on the line. 36 seconds to shoot. You got a 36 seconds to play. 20 seconds on the shot clock. You got a 3-point lead here. Lopes got to make sure they use this entire shot clock and then don't give up a 3 on the other end. Not going to talk about it. Big possession here for the Lopes.
Michelle making his way over to the table to take a look. Let's take a look at our Sweet James play of the game. How about Noah Bauman?
Yeah, the new guy, fresh off that wedding, comes out here and delivers a triple that really got this crowd ignited. It got this young man feeling good about his game as he was able to drive the ball hard through the hole. So he's got 8 points, 6 of those here in the 5 of those here in the second half, and he's 3 of 5 from the field, and he's knocked down 2 triples in the basketball game. So after a kind of a rough start in the exhibition game, he has found himself in the second half tonight.
Wow, what a sense of resilience coming out of that locker room at halftime, down by 19 points.
It really was, Barry.
Personal fortitude of this team says a lot.
Well, we talked about it at halftime. Both of us were surprised, dismayed, like almost in shock at what we witnessed for 20 minutes. It was not a Lopes basketball team that we were familiar with under the Bryce Drew era. And I think he and his staff went in there and just lit a fire under this team to just go compete. Don't worry about the score. Just go fight and compete, and we'll let the chips fall where they may, and it has worked out for him in the second half.
Players upheld. There's the Hall of Famer, Homer Drew. Inbound, Harrison.
Yeah, Lopes content to use as much of this 20 seconds on that shot clock as they can, leaving little time for the Bobcats on the other end.
Driving the pie, swatted out by Battle.
Well, they really do a good job conversion on that basketball after it's left the hands. 11 seconds to shoot, 26.6 on the game clock.
Going to be keeping an eye on this Montana State team throughout the course of the season. The Big Sky Conference champion season ago. Blackshear over the corner. Yeah!
I can't believe that worked. They run that wreck ball. That's the easiest play that is ever on a baseline out of bounds, and it worked. Woo! Blackshear Jr. delivers the triple, and great pass by Bauman. Hit him right where he wanted it, catch and shoot for Blackshear Jr.
The largest lead of the game for GCU.
That might do it right there. That might be that one, even with 23 seconds to go. That wasn't, that puts them up. Well, it's still a 2-possession game, but they got to hit 2 3-pointers now. And even bad. It just didn't look like they came out to try to compete, to fight here on a home court in this opener, almost like they were conceding the defeat. But you get on the glass, you get a +10 on the glass after being out rebounded by 11 in the first half. Yeah, you have points in the paint you talked about. The overall defensive effort, the deflections, the steals.
Boyd brings it up. Long 3 attempt. Off the mark. Rebound. Foul underneath. Looks like they might have got McLaughlin.
Oh, no. That's going to send them to the line with a chance to score. But it will be 1-1. It will not be the 2-shot variety trip to the free throw line. Because they have the 9th team foul and not the 10th that the Bobcats had.
Wilkes went on a 7-0 run over 3 minutes, 16 seconds. Luckily at the line. 79% free throw shooter a season ago.
Everybody's got to be going. Someone's got to get the shooter, but the other 3 guys on the line got to go get that ball and put a body on Bello. Harrison should be clamping on Bello and let McMillan get the shooter. That's exactly what they did. That first one was down, but you never know. A situation like this, they may instruct the shooter to miss this second shot, Barry. It's still a lot of
telling the officials. Kind of a savvy move right there. What he plans to do. Luckily, press into Blackshear. Knocked out.
Knocked out or fouled, Barry? I think he got the foul.
Yep.
I think they got on the wrist, and Blackshear Jr. is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, and they decide to foul right away. They want to try to keep as much time on that game clock as they can in a 4-point basketball game, but Blackshear Jr. has been so big in these moments, going in and be able to make sure he capitalizes from the free throw line. 1 is good, 2 is better.
Quiet in here. Money.
The ball goes to the Bobcats, number 21, Rick Monaghan.
Big one here. 6-point lead. 16.2 to go. Devon Blackshear Jr.
What a story he's got.
17 points now, 14th all-time on the scoring list for GCU. GCU ball.
GCU ball, under 7 seconds to play. Got themselves a 6-point game.
Wow.
This one's all but over if they can get this ball inbound cleanly without turning it over, especially if they can get the ball in either Blackshear Jr. or Harrison's hands. McLaughlin is a third option. They even got Bauman out there that could make some free throws too. So all the good free throw shooters are in this basketball game at this point, as you might imagine.
Again, Devon Blackshear Jr., 18 points, has now moved into 14th place all-time on the scoring list for GCU.
He's just a junior.
Wow, what a turnaround of events here at GCU Arena as the officials yet again review the video.
Are they checking to make sure they have the possession correct? I'm not quite sure. Coach Miller really enjoying this second half of this basketball game and proud of what she's seen of this men's basketball. They're looking to see who's that ball go off of right there. Who's the last one to touch it? Which leg did it go off of last? Take one more look at it here.
Man's there for the
Man, and does it go off of McLaughlin's toe?
I thought it
Does it go off of McLaughlin's left toe?
Well, I think it kissed back off of McMahon, didn't it? It hit his
Goes
toe.
down
and
toe,
right
and
there,
does it shimmy off of his
it
shin?
deflects off to the their
maybe.
side. If it would have went off his foot, it would have went clear
Straight right, and
straight
it
out.
makes a little
rather
detour
than out
left.
towards the side.
Yep, I think you got it right, Barry. It goes off of the outside leg there. And they got it right. Well, okay, so a situation like that, obviously, in a tense moment in a basketball game, just a few ticks on the clock, you got to make sure they get it right. That I can have some patience with.
Here we go. Into McMillan. McLaughlin.
Well, they can't foul. That's it.
My goodness, folks. What a comeback. The miracle at TCU. 60-54, the Lopes win. Yes, the Lopes win.
Well,
wow.
Congratulations to GCU for finding something in that locker room at halftime to make them want to come out here and compete and fight like warriors and get this victory from a very, very good Montana State Bobcats team that will have to feel good about the way they played, but be a little deflated that they could not get this victory here at GCU Arena tonight. But hats off to the young men in white for fighting back into this ball game, being down 17 to 10.
Wow, what does this mean for perhaps the rest of the season for this team? Knowing that they can dig down 19 points at the half to outscore Montana State, the Big Sky reigning conference champion. 41-18, Carlos Johnson enjoys this second half. Let's send it down to Kate.
Thank you guys. We're joined now by Gabe McLaughlin. And what's it mean to you to be standing here talking about a victory in such dramatic fashion to start off the new season?
I mean, it just tells a lot about our team. I mean, we got punched in the mouth right from the start, but I mean, our team didn't quit. We just kept going to each other, you know, finding ways to win, really toughening up, and then trying to get the W. I mean, Montana State's not a bad team. I mean, they're really talented. I mean, they're projected to win their conference this year. They won it last year, so it's a great win for our team.
Yeah, you guys had some big competition tonight, and you go into the break down 19 points at the half. What was Coach's message to you guys in that locker room?
Just to be tough. I mean, he just wanted some heart to come out of us. I mean, we were kind of dead to start, but he wanted us to see how we bonded together as a group. I mean, we know what we play like in practice, but we have yet to show it on the court. And so he was really wanting us, you know, to play hard and you know, show what this team's like.
So from a player's perspective, what was that difference maker? What came out on the floor in that second half that we weren't seeing in the first?
I think it's just heart and then honestly us playing together. I mean, this team, every single one of those guys, I mean, we all love each other. And so it was really us just playing connected and just, you know, having heart for each other and having heart for this game.
Reference just how tough the Bobcats are when you start the season against an opponent like this. Come back in that dramatic fashion in game number one. How do you feel that kind of starts off the season? Is it telling you guys what you're capable of doing?
I mean, it tells us what we already know. I mean, we're a good team. We just got to keep fighting for it day in and day out. I mean, we got to show up every night. You know, we didn't show up in that first half, but it's like that second half really saved us. It's like we need to put two together and get 40 minutes going.
All right, your teammates are ready to celebrate with you.
Sounds perfect. Thank you.
All right, the Lobes come back in dramatic fashion. At the break, they were down 19 points, but the final score tonight at